I'm also interested if you both could share the experience of being a refugee. I imagine that meeting each other, working together at Australia for UNHCR, having a shared experience of war, and so young, being separated from your friends, your high school friends I know are all over the world in different countries. So there's so many elements to your life that we could barely understand, yet you two share together. Mm-hmm. How important is that to be able to share your experiences with each other and understand where each other's come from?
When we sit together and speak about our background, so speak about our foods first, and then the series, our life in Syria before the war, after the war, how it changed.
And we always think about the future, what we are going to do, when we can live like the normal people, like getting used to the normal life, understand English, don't have problem with English, finish uni, or get the job that we dream. So we always think about the future, what we are going to do, and yeah. So we usually feel comfortable when we meet each other because
we have the same problems.
Yeah, like we always think, what is Centrelink? How we can deal with the job provider? How can I go to the TAFE? When can I do this on time? So we always have the same questions and we have the solution or answer. So we usually like to be together, yeah.
When I met Joelle and Talal last week, that made me laugh so much. And in fact, we met towards the end of the week and I was about to say, oh, you know, what are you doing for the weekend? Or, you know, one of those kind of throwaway lines. Anyway, these guys jumped in first and they said, you know, one of the things we don't really understand is everyone just seems to ask you what you're doing on the weekend.
Yeah.
How the weather is.
And how the weather is, because these guys come from a world where kind of how the weather is and what you're doing on the weekend really doesn't factor into it. Have you adjusted to that kind of totally different world that you now live in, and people like me who ask you what the weather's like and how it's rainy? Does that amuse you, or does it sort of make you think, oh my goodness, there's other things in the world to think about?
Yes, because this is the life that you should think about, what your plans in the future, not how to live and survive and without water, without electricity, without anything.
Because your life for so long was about survival.
Yes, you don't know if this weekend you will survive, or you will be able to do that plans that you were thinking of. So you can't plan.
Yeah. You just have to plan. If the electricity will come on the weekend, do we have water on the weekend? So we can plan if we can go away or no.
Is the water enough to have shower or to drink or to wash clothes?
It's absolutely extraordinary. It's such a privilege to have you both share your stories today. And Marta, I can see in your eyes too, you know, that familiarity with having people share stories. Joelle and Talal, for you to share that story with us is so important, because for us, most of us hopefully are never going to go through anything like you've been through. So thank you so much, your strength, your resilience, your hope, and for giving us hope too, that there is sort of life after that upheaval. So we wish you all the best in your futures.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. Can you please thank our wonderful panellists, Marta, Talal and Joelle. Thank you so much.